Hello everyone, welcome back to Full Grown Gaming's Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In this episode, we are going to be, starting off with getting the hookshot, or the long shot actually, which is an improvement, to the hookshot. There would be no reason to keep the hookshot really. The long shot is the upgrade of the hookshot. I'm not sure exactly how much farther it shoots. I'm gonna just guess, twice as far or whatever, but regardless, it can be used to get a whole lot of stuff. As you can see, it's an upgraded hookshot or whatever. It can be used to get everything from gold skulltulas to anything, really. And there's a whole lot of places that we'll be going back to that we couldn't get to before with it. And the first one is actually going to be a gold skulltula in this very dungeon that we've already been to, or two actually, that we couldn't get to earlier. So I'll be getting to that in a minute. Now, anytime we see these blocks, you guys know that we have to play the Song of Time. I tried it the first time, and the block was just like, nope. I'm not moving, and I don't know what in the world was going on. I played it and then I just played it again, like, no differently, and it, went away. I always thought it was kind of cool how back here there's like I don't know what this is really, like a river underneath the water temple or something like that. And, well, actually, if you think about it, I don't think this is really underneath the water temple, because that room with Dark Link was on the 3rd floor, I believe. So this would probably be on, like, the 1st or 2nd floor, so I'm not sure exactly, but the first instance of us actually needing to use the long shot is right here with this gold skulltula. And I thought, for some reason, the long shot wasn't going to work, because it apparently takes a few seconds for the little option to come up to use the long shot when you are underwater. If you guys don't know, if I didn't mention in the last episode or whatever, pretty much one of the only things you can use underwater is the long shot, or the hook shot. And sometimes it takes a few seconds for the actual, like, thing, the C button, to light up, showing you that you can actually use it. So I thought it was going to be, like, glitched out, I couldn't use it, because it took, like, longer than usual, 5 or 6 seconds for it to come up. We are back in the dragon room thing that we were in earlier, so I just decided to cut that out, because it wasn't that important, and all I did was come back up here. And we're going to be going back into the, sort of like that one room that I said I liked. It was like a Zelda platformer thing or whatever. This is one of the gold skulltulas that I was talking about just a second ago that you actually have to use the long shot for, I believe. I don't think there's any other way you can do it. All the way over there on that wall, and I think I might have mentioned that when we came in here the first time. I should have tried to get it with the hook shot, because now that I look at it, it doesn't look like it would be that far away, really. But obviously I messed it up again, or no, actually I did not mess it up. I will mess it up in a second. This temple is really, like I said, convoluted. The water level's constantly going up and down. I forgot to go get a key. I should have gone... Actually, it is fine up to this point right now, but for whatever reason, I decided to go through the boss key thing in the top here. What I should have done is gone back and made it the middle level water level thing again, because there was another key up there that I forgot to get. And the funny thing is, I actually looked at it when I got that gold skulltula and the thing with that platforming room or whatever. I looked at the place I should have gone, and I guess I was just like, well, I guess I don't need that right now. But you can see that there is a locked door in front of me. That's all fine and well, but there's going to be another locked door pretty soon that you have to have another key for. And obviously, if you don't have enough keys, you can't progress. So what I'm going to have to do as soon as I get up there is cut all that out. This room is a little bit annoying, and I don't know what I was doing. What did I think? I was going to kill all of them with like 10 arrows? That's probably not going to happen. When you go across this thing, you better not get too close to those, what are they, whirlpools or whatever, because they will definitely pull you down. And I had to cut out my first attempt at going through the room, mainly because it was just awful. As, I tried to get up here on this ledge or whatever, I got too close to the the whirlpool, and then all of the Tektites kind of got around me and trapped me in the corner, and I couldn't do anything. Another room we have here, and sometimes you can see right there, Z-targeting does definitely get in the way every once in a while, but we have to, there's a block underneath where I'm standing right now that we have to put over there in that hole in the water where you can see over there in front of those pots. I went kind of crazy again. It seems like every time I do this dungeon, I don't do it right. Those things are really... I can't remember if those were the things in Jabu Jabu's belly or not, the same enemy or whatever, but those things kind of get annoying as well, and I get fed up with them in a minute, and I wish the live commentary track was still here, because I was getting really a little bit, rage-filled right there. But here's where I start to go insane. You're not supposed to move the block in that direction. Obviously, I was like, oh great, I did it wrong. You have to bomb out both of the walls, and I don't know why I did it. I started pushing it in the wrong direction. This is where I just got fed up with those things and killed all of them at once. but you have to move it, obviously, in the other direction. Because you have to, I believe when you put the block onto that switch on the floor, or in the water, it will make the water level rise so you can get out of the room again. But, for whatever reason, I completely didn't, you know, remember that. How could I, like, if you just look, it's pretty obvious that there's a switch on the floor that you gotta press with it. Regardless, here we go. Now, in the next room, I believe we're going to, I think it's like a big loop around back to that one room with all the Tektites and the whirlpools on the floor and stuff like that. And we do, like, this would have been perfect. Like, I was going perfect. There would have been no problem. Oh, wait, here's another room that I forgot about. I don't know what I was thinking with these stupid Tektites. Maybe I thought, you know, that they were going to get in the way if I got over there and they would knock me down or something like that. I was trying to kill all the Tektites that I found, but they definitely take more arrows than I think they should. They take, what, 2 arrows each? And the hook shot doesn't actually do anything to them either. Or the long shot, that actually just freezes them for whatever reason. Now, there is a gold skull, I believe, in this room here. Yes, there he is. Now, what I should have another key right now. I know I keep saying this, but it's very important. Have 2 keys before you try and get the boss key. Because I have read, you know, even some comments on my own videos saying that people, you know, get lost. Not really get lost, but kind of get stuck. And don't have enough keys to progress, even though they've, like, gotten all the keys that I've shown and stuff like that. I don't actually doubt that that is the case, because there's just so many different ways you can go with water levels, so many doors, so many keys, that I wouldn't doubt that it would be possible to actually bar yourself from beating the dungeon. But here was where I was like, oh, great. And then I had to go all the way back and raise the water level again. Now, on the, I believe it was the 2nd floor or something like that, there was a thing where we had to shoot. I think I might have even mentioned in the last episode, which is why it is kind of annoying. And there's also, this is the other gold skull that I was talking about before, where we could have gotten it before, or we couldn't have gotten it before because we didn't have the long shot, but we were actually in that room with it. But I talked about it in the last episode, I believe, and it was the point where you have to shoot an arrow into the eye of that thing, which opens up the gate, and then you have to use the long shot to get through. And I was just showing you guys right there. I still find it funny how I was like, I can remember what I was saying at this point, because I was like, oh guys, I got all the gold skulltulas, you can see the icon right there. But here's that thing I was talking about just a second ago. Luckily, I had an arrow. I'm not sure if you can shoot that eye thing right there with the long shot. If not, that would have been even worse, because, like, if I missed, I wouldn't have had any arrows. I believe it was in the last episode where I went to the 3rd floor and moved that block right here. In the last episode, it was actually underwater, but I moved that, and if I hadn't moved that, I would have had to actually go back up to the 3rd floor, move that, gone back down to the 2nd floor, and then moved it the other direction so I could get that key. I cut out the walk from getting the key back to the room that, you know, we have to open. And I'm not even sure, I think the funny thing is, I believe the boss key is, like, just behind this door. There's no, like, other things we have to do. And there it is. So it's literally, like, I don't know, the keys, I don't know why, the keys, they just absolutely went overboard, I think, with this dungeon. Luckily, I don't think either the Shadow Temple or the Spirit Temple are that hard. And it was kind of like a whim that I went on back here. Apparently there are fairies back here in the pots back there. And that's another thing that I need to remind you guys, or tell you guys, is if you guys remember that one episode where I did the 5th bottle glitch, if you have a fairy in the 5th bottle or whatever, and you die, that fairy will not automatically heal you. I found that out well, actually not really the hard way, just on the practice file that I was using. If I had actually done that in this Let's Play and I expected it to heal me or whatever, that would have been pretty embarrassing. I'm not sure if there's any other way to get up this right here. I mean, you can see I just walked right up that thing. But I always thought I could never do that. That took me a while to do when I was a kid, but I just walked right up it now. I'm not sure, also another thing I'm not sure about is how to actually activate the boss or whatever. I'm not sure exactly the mechanics of activating the boss. I mean, I just walked around, jumped in the water and stuff like that. I'm not sure what exactly triggers the boss, other than I think you have to get in the water. I'm not exactly sure. But the boss is going to be Morpha, which is actually one of my favorite bosses in the game, I think. And look how long the introduction sequence is for her. I like how Link finally noticed. He's like, what? Here we have a giant aquatic amoeba, Morpha. I just said I don't know. I don't know if she's a male or a female, that boss right here. You can kind of tell Phantom Ganon's a male. Volvagia, actually, you know what, never mind, you can't tell. But I thought, for whatever reason, I think of Volvagia as a female. I don't know why. I think of Morph as a female. I think of Bongo Bongo, who's the boss in the next dungeon, to be a male. You know, I thought of Goma as a female. I thought of the... whatever was in the Dodongo's Cavern, you know, the King Dodongo or whatever. I thought of him as a male. Baronade, I thought of as a female. I don't know why, maybe I just associate those things with different genders, I don't know why. Morpha, not too hard. All you gotta do is just kind of dodge around, and eventually she'll do this, what I call the bridge. I don't know why I call it that. But she will kind of, whenever I see it, I'll show you. She will, it's kind of like that, yeah, like right there. You can actually use the hook shot to get her out of that little water thing. Obviously, you need to be a little bit closer than I was right there. But there's actually kind of a cool trick where if you stand in the corner, in one of the corners of the room or whatever, and you get her to, or you get her in the corner, you can actually trap her in the corner and just keep hitting her over and over and over and get the fight done within about, you know, 10 seconds or something like that. I was not lucky enough to get that to work, but if I was doing a speed run or something like that, that would definitely be something that you could see. You can tell, like right here, I was trying to get her over in the corner, and it almost worked, but I don't know what, I forgot to get my sword out or something like that. Anyway, the boss is really easy, it's just that over and over. While I'm fighting the boss, I kind of want to talk about the future a little bit, and, you know, it's just kind of important, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do another episode or video talking about it or not. So I thought, you know, while there's a repetitive boss going on, I'll talk about it. Today, Friday the 17th of August, I am actually packing for, you know, college, because tomorrow, the 18th, I'm moving into college. Like, it's just so different from anything that I've ever done before. And I'm not sure exactly how the schedule is going to be for videos and stuff like that. Obviously, Joe and I, if you guys don't know who Joe is, by the way, if you are a new subscriber, like literally within the past week or something like that, anybody that came before the Total Biscuit influx will probably know. Joe was a kind of a partner. He uploaded to the channel as well, but we both just, you know, decided that it would be better to have separate channels. This one was always my channel, but we kind of had an agreement for him to upload videos to it, but like I said, we decided it would just be better to, you know, for Joe to have his own place to do his own stuff. But there will actually still be the, you know, dual commentaries on this channel for Final Fantasy IX. But anyway, that's beside the point. Joe and I are actually going to be roommates, so it won't be that big of a deal for actual, like, dual commentaries and stuff like that. But as far as actually doing the videos, I'm not sure how the college workload is going to be. I'm not sure how the, you know, obviously I have to have a social life. This can't be the only thing I do or anything. So, long story short, not really sure how, especially in these next 2 or 3 days, I'm not sure how the videos are going to be as far as actually uploading them. Because I don't even know if I'm going to have time. So, hopefully it won't be a big deal. But if not, I hope you guys will, you know, stick around. And the Final Fantasy IX Let's Play will probably be starting pretty soon. Now, whenever we get settled in and stuff like that, I see no reason why the Final Fantasy IX Let's Play shouldn't be starting. Also, as far as the next Let's Play after this, it's not quite over with yet, but I want to know what you guys would like to see for another, you know, solo commentary, because I do plan on having a solo commentary going on, as well as, you know, the dual commentary with Joe or whatever. So, there was more for guys, and hopefully we will probably be going to a scene with the, you know, the Temple of Light or whatever in just a second. Kyle. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Didn't I already have that? We were engaged. Come on now. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you're searching for the Princess Zelda. Oh, that was a question, not a statement. Ha! You can't hide anything from me! Princess Zelda. She's alive. I can sense it, so don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. You must take this medallion. Take it respectfully. I do find it kind of funny that they tried to inject... Obviously, it's in comedy. It's not like a serious love triangle or anything, but obviously there's something going on between Link and Zelda, and then, you know, Princess Ruto has something for Link, but I don't think Link quite, you know, returns those feelings to Ruto, so I don't know, I thought that was always kind of funny. Now, I thought it was also funny, I wish I could find my player's guide these days. By the way, if you see him, give him my thanks, okay? But anyway, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for those 3 of you that haven't played the game before. Anyway, in the player's guide for this game, they're on the Water Temple page, they show Princess Ruto, and after we beat the Water Temple, obviously the water's going back into Lake Hylia, but they show Princess Ruto in the player's guide, and I'll finish that in a second. As the water rises, the evil blah blah blah. Did Ruto want to thank me? That is a really direct, weird question to ask. Come on now. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Kyle. Together, you and Princess Ruto destroyed the evil monster. Once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. Getting a little awkward in here. Now, for those of you who have played the game before, you will know why they just had that look back and forth scene between Sheik and Link. I just realized how similar their names are, and I never noticed that either. How, I think that was Sheik jumping off the tree or something into the water, so that's kind of funny. But anyway, I was talking about Ruto in the player's guide or whatever. It's funny that she is really, I don't know how to put this, hypersexualized in the player's guide or whatever. She is not a normal fish. I wish I could find the player's guide and scan the picture of Ruto in the player's guide or whatever, because it's ridiculous. But anyway, after we've done that, I'm not sure if you can do this before you actually do the I'm not sure if you can do this before you do the water temple or not, like actually shoot the arrow into the sun or whatever. Even if you could, and I'm pretty sure you can actually now that I think about it, you can't get over to it obviously because the water is not high enough for you to swim over there. But there is a whole host of glitches like bomb jumps and bomb hovers and stuff like that that you can go or do to get over there before you actually go in the water temple. The fire arrow is awesome because it is the first elemental arrow that we actually have, and the other one, the light arrow obviously is required to beat the game, but the ice arrows are actually not. Those are optional as far as I know, but I will be getting them maybe, I was going to say the next episode, but that's probably not very likely. It'll probably be a couple episodes from now. The reason I played the Sun Song right there is because I thought there was going to be a Gold Skulltula right there, but I was completely wrong, and it was actually at the top of the tree. I knew there was going to be one around here somewhere. Another funny thing, this is my fear. Every time, like, if there's going to be a Gold Skulltula that disappears when it turns into daytime, I always try and kill it as fast as possible so the token will still be there for me to get even when it turns into daytime. I was successful with that all the way up until whatever episode number this is, I think 26, so unfortunately had to play the Sun Song there again. But I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The next episode, hopefully it'll be out tomorrow or even today, I'm not exactly sure. But regardless, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to see you guys back for the next episode.